After half an hour, a Boeing 747 transformed private jet launched from Eastcliff Airport. This aircraft, of the same model as the U.S. Presidential Air Force One, with a typical 3-level cockpit layout, can be fully loaded with up to 467 passengers. But now, on the entire plane, apart from the crew, there is only one passenger, and this passenger is Zin. The flight distance from Eastcliff to Queensland, Australia is about 9,000 kilometers. It is impossible for ordinary small and medium private planes to fly directly on such long routes. Only a large passenger aircraft such as the 747 with a range of more than 10,000 kilometers can complete a direct flight. At this time, Zin was very depressed on the plane. Looking outside the window, the brightly lit night view of Eastcliff is getting bullshittier, and his mood is getting heavier. Just less than 20 minutes after the plane took off, someone sent a set of photos to the mailboxes of reporters from major media in Eastcliff. This set of photos was taken from a long-distance sneak shot of Zin, rushing to the airport, going through security, and boarding the plane. Because it was at night, the photo was a little blurry and there was some noise, but the photographer was just right so that people can recognize the person in the photo at a glance, that is, Zin. In addition to sending these photos to reporters, the sneak shots also revealed gossip to reporters. The news stated, "The truth about Ruoli's incident is that Elder Sue did not participate in the whole affair. It was Ruoli's biological father, Zin, who conspired with the self-defense force to betray Ruoli." The other party also said, "The reason why Zin wants Ruoli to die is that he does not want Ruoli to be exposed as his illegitimate daughter. He wants this secret to fall into the sea forever." The other party even broke a story, saying, after the incident was revealed, Leona, Zin's original wife, immediately returned to her natal family and unswervingly wanted to divorce Zin, and Zin left Eastcliff overnight and went to Australia. In fact, he was afraid that the things that he was behind the scenes would be revealed. That's why he escaped avoiding the limelight overnight and asked his father Chungfeng to stay in Eastcliff to bail him out. The media got this clue and immediately regarded it as explosive news, so they broadcast it in the first place. As soon as the news appeared, it immediately caused a shock of public opinion. Previously, the Japanese National Security Agency said that Chungfeng, the old man of the Su family, betrayed Ruoli. In contrast, to the domestic people, it is Zin who betrayed Ruoli's, which sounds more credible. The reasons are as follows. The first point is that Ruoli is the illegitimate daughter of Zin. Zin wants to defend his reputation, his personal settings, and his marriage. Therefore, he would not want to see Ruoli's identity exposed. Therefore, he killed her. This is the fundamental motive. The second point is that the order to destroy the Matsumoto family to Ruoli in Japan was given by Zin. This shows that Zin's methods are extremely cruel and vicious, and can be described as inhumane. Therefore, he wanted to kill her. If you silence the mouth that knows secrets, that's better. The third point is that Zin must have a ghost in his heart. Otherwise, it is impossible to set off for Australia without hesitation the night after the incident. This run proves that he definitely has a big problem. With the continuous spread of news articles, Zin immediately became the most inferior person in the hearts of the people across the country. It was he who ordered the killing of dozens of elder and children of the Matsumoto family, it was he who pushed his own daughter into the fire pit with his own hands, and it was he who fled in embarrassment with his tail sandwiched in the first place. As a result, there was a wave of a crusade against Zin on the internet. It's just that Zin was still on the plane at this time and didn't know what was happening behind him. At the same time, the study of Chungfeng, the father of Su Shaod, graciously took a tablet computer, presented media reports and netizen comments to Chungfeng one by one, and said with a smile, "Dad, in this way, everyone will no longer rely on Ruoli's affairs." The old man's head is up again. Elder Su nodded in satisfaction, and at the same time, he was completely relieved. The older people are, the more they cherish feathers, especially for people like Mr. Su. He was wise for a lifetime, even the goal and life idol in the minds of countless people. Seeing the age when he is about to retire, if Ruoli is really overturned in the gutter, then his fame will not be guaranteed. Therefore, deep down in his heart, he is extremely eager to shake this black pot out, and the cleaner he shakes, the better. It's just that before that, he hadn't figured out what method he should use to completely shake the pot. After that, what he did was exposed by the National Security Agency of Japan, and all they exposed were facts. He couldn't argue with anything, and couldn't refute it at all. However, he really did not expect that the head of his second son, Shoud, was so brilliant. He originally planned to send the eldest son Zin to Australia first, and then give the eldest son Zin all the matter of destroying the Matsumoto family. As for uniting with the self-defense forces to betray Ruoli, the old man himself did not expect that he would really get out. However, what Shoud did is really beautiful. He had someone secretly took photos of Zin boarding the plane and then sent an anonymous manuscript to the media. Immediately afterward, he successfully dumped all the black pots on Zin. His trick is to be regarded as a textbook level. Among them, the clue chain is clear and the story logic is complete. Although most of them are fabricated, they appear to be justified and convincing. Elder Su was very happy. After that, his fame was finally completely preserved, which was more important than anything else. He didn't want to end up with infamy at his age and be cast aside by others after his death. So now he is really happy and relaxed. However, he was not good to praise Shoud directly, so he said with some emotion, "Hey, in this matter, I wronged and needed to be defended." Upon hearing this, Shoud hurriedly sighed. "Yes, Dad, brother made terrible mistakes in this matter." As he said that, he turned around and said seriously, "Dad. But then again, we Su family, anyone can lose face, but you can't. Your old man is the mainstay of the Su family, the backbone of the 7 brothers and sisters, and the grandfather emperor who has inherited the genealogy in the hearts of all the descendants of the Su family. You must never leave a stain like Ruoli in your life. So, for the sake of your fame, for your glorious image, eldest brother will share the worries for you." That is also right. Shoud's words directly touched Changfeng's heart. He could no longer hold back the joy deep in his heart immediately. While stroking his beard, he smiled and said, "Shoud, you are right. You made a great contribution to this matter today, and I will do it for you in my heart. Write it down."